Hey, did I really hear the news right? Are you actually really going to get married? I just can't believe they would actually settle for marrying you. Don't you know that nobody likes you at all? You're a nobody. And just, what is it about me that you always insist on criticizing, huh? All of you, you're all just horrible. You've been ugly ever since you were a little girl, and you just couldn't even go to college. You just started working right after high school. I mean, do you even have a single thing in your life that you can be proud of? I don't think so. Well, I'm so sorry that I can't be like my genius brother and that I decided to start my life after high school. But you do realize that I own my own bakery, right? And did you know that most small businesses close within their first 2 years? Well, I've kept my business open for 5. Doesn't that mean anything to you? You think that's an achievement or something? Everyone eats bread. Of course you're still open. And your overhead certainly can't be that much if all you need is flour, water, and some salt. You basically took the easiest route possible. It's amazing that you would even try to compare yourself to your brother when that's all that you could come up with. But then again, even when you both were little, it was clear who got the brains and looks between the two of you. And that's why your brother went to one of the top universities in the country and now works at one of the largest firms in the world. And you think that your little bread shop even compares to that? He might be working at some fancy company, but I still earn more than him. What are you talking about? Of course you don't earn any more than your brother. I mean, Francis is still in his 20s, and he's already making $1 million a year. Could your store even bring that much over in a decade? You've got to be kidding me. You really don't know anything. You know, ever since your father died, a part of me has always been scared about what's going to happen when I got old. But now that I know my son is going to be able to take care of me, it makes it all better. At least I can count on one of you. So that's it then? You're just really telling me all this so that I can understand that you like Francis more than me? I'm well aware of how you feel about him, thank you very much. But I still say that you don't know what you're talking about. You're just jealous that you're never going to be as good as your brother. That's been obvious ever since you were a child. That's why I don't care, even if you are getting married. Because if someone is wanting to marry you, that tells me all I need to know about them. If that's how you feel, then why did you even agree to meet my fiancé in the first place? You could have saved me the effort of introducing him to you. Well, I'm glad I could meet him just so I could see how much of a fool he really is. Doesn't he know that you're a nobody? Although just from looking at him, I could tell that isn't much either. So at least you two go well together in that sense. I can't believe you, Mom. Make fun of me all you want, but leave my fiancé out of this. You don't know him at all. He's always so kind and constantly cheering on my business. Not to mention the fact that he always has a lot of good advice about how I should be running my company. So I was right then. He's nowhere near the level of Francis at all then. And since that's the case, there's no reason to care for him at all. I hope you aren't wanting me to be at your sad little wedding. I certainly won't be giving you any money for it either. Even though your dad left me quite a pretty penny, I'm going to make sure that there is none left for you.
Hey, dork. I heard the news from Mom. You seriously gonna be getting married?
And just what kind of way is that to talk to your older sister, huh, Francis?
Oh, please, you can't pull the age card on me anymore. We're way past that. But man, it must be so easy being a chick, huh? I mean, you've really just proved that no matter how stupid or ugly you are, you can still reel in some sap to marry you. So at least now when your stupid bakery does finally close, you can have him take care of you.
If you think that my marriage had anything to do with money, then you're dead wrong. And I certainly don't intend to live off of my husband.
So you intend to support the two of you with your crappy little shop then? Oh, you really are more stupid than you look. And you look really, really stupid.
Is this the only reason you decided to text me right now, Francis?
No, I mean, I think that's great. You've done so much in spite of how stupid you are, you know? I just sure hope that your store doesn't crash and burn and leave you drowning in debt. Because just know that I'm not going to lift a finger to help you when it does. That's your husband's job now.
You and Mom are just the worst. Do you know that? Why do you two always have to put me down? I thought you two might at least be happy that I was getting married.
Just why would that be something worth celebrating, huh? You think you deserve anything nice in your life? What if you ever accomplish that you think is worth celebrating? If anything, I'm the one that people should be celebrating.
And just how do you figure that, huh?
Stupid girls like you get married to nobodies all the time. My life is far more interesting than yours will ever be.
I can't believe this. I actually can't believe that my own family is treating me this way. It's just absurd. I'm not asking for some huge wedding present or anything like that. I just wanted my family to be happy for me for once.
And just what about yourself would you think make anyone happy, huh? I have the college degree, I have the fancy job, and I have everything that you don't. Besides, I'm sure it's just a matter of time before your marriage blows up.
Oh, Lori, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot that today was your wedding day. And now I'm going to miss the whole thing, aren't I? I would love to go if I could, but I just have some really important things that I have to do. Sorry, what is this all about right now? Well, apparently Francis has met this girl that he likes. You see, they're actually already talking about getting married, and Francis told me that I just have to meet her, so that's where I'm going instead of your wedding. So anyways, Francis, his girlfriend, and I will be out for the day. You're kidding me, right? You're actually going to miss your own daughter's wedding just for this? Well, Francis told me that this was the only day that was going to work for him and that it had to be now. Apparently, this girl also works at a huge company, just like your brother, so they both have very busy schedules. That was the only time we could make it work. You're ridiculous. I can't believe that you're doing this to me right now. You're really putting meeting your son's girlfriend over being at your own daughter's wedding? Well, are you really even that surprised? Do you really think that we would go to your wedding? I just didn't think that you two hated me so much. I thought that you would surely put a wedding before some lunch date, but all you ever do is find new ways of making me feel awful about myself. Oh, come now. Are you really trying to put this on your brother and I? I can't believe that you're being such a baby about this. I am not being a baby. I'm just coming to terms with the fact that I can't count on either of you. But it's been so obvious you've poured so much love and affection and money into Francis while I've got nothing. Why did I ever think that I could count on the two of you? Well, it's only because we knew that there would be no point in spending any money on a girl like you. We might as well have just burnt money to keep warm. But you don't actually know that since you never gave me the chances that you gave Francis. How dare you disagree with your mother? You think I don't remember what actually happened? What do you mean by that? I mean that I could see that while Francis was made for great things, you were not. This is just another job that parents have. They need to raise the best of their children up and make sure their less capable children know their place. You don't really mean that, do you? Of course I do. But apparently I didn't go far enough with you. You clearly think you're far better than you really are. Even though it's obvious that you're nothing at all compared to Francis, and you'll never ever amount to even half of his greatness. You're just a stupid little girl who could barely manage to finish high school. Stop it. You don't know what you're talking about. I run my own business. Even an idiot can run a bread shop. It really isn't that hard. You really need to gain some perspective. Do you know that? I can't believe that you're really telling me all of this. Well, I won't have a chance to tell you at your wedding since we're not going to be there. So enjoy having a wedding with none of your family there. But my mom is going to be there. What on earth are you talking about now? I mean that I don't need you or Francis to be here at my wedding. Did you hit your head or something? I am your mother and I'm not going to be at your wedding. You? No, you're not my mom at all. In fact, I don't even know what I was thinking sending you an invitation. But what does that mean? How could you possibly have invited her? Well, obviously, I would only want people at my wedding who were there to actually help me celebrate. So I've invited someone who I've always thought of as a second mom. My homeroom teacher who pushed me all the way to graduating from high school. She was a better mother than you ever were. Are you talking about Mrs. Harris? You've got to be kidding me. That's right. I am talking about Mrs. Harris. While you were doting on Frances, she was helping encourage me to stick with my studies and not drop out. She even made sure that I had enough to eat throughout the day. In fact, she was the one who taught me how to bake bread at school one day. But I don't get it. Are you saying that I wasn't feeding you enough now? It was just that I noticed you were putting on weight and I wanted to help you keep it off. Besides, it sounds like it's really thanks to me that you learned how to bake bread if you think about it. I am not giving you an inch of credit for anything, Mom. You never taught me anything of value that my teacher didn't teach me better. She's the one who made me think that I could really find a living for myself and make something of myself one day. Even after I graduated and went to work at that industrial bakery, it was so I could learn how the business worked from the inside. So what? You make people sandwiches or croissants and you think that means anything? Don't you get it? You didn't even raise me. I barely even consider myself your daughter because you never gave me a single worthwhile life lesson. Doesn't that make you ashamed of yourself? How dare you talk to your mother that way? You better watch your tone. I don't have to watch anything with you because I don't think of you as my mother. A real mother wouldn't treat her child the way that you've treated me over the years. You really have got some nerve, do you know that? I don't care what you think. Don't bother coming to the wedding because you are uninvited. Not that you were going to come anyways, but I never want to hear from you again. You little brat! You think you can tell me where I can and can't go? You think you can treat me like a nobody? I'll make you pay for this! You were the one who reached out just to tell me that you weren't coming anyways. What are you getting so upset about?
Hey, Lori, you there? I was just talking to a friend and, well, is it true? Is your bakery really that well known?
Why on earth do you want to know that?
Well, it's just that I mentioned your bakery to my girlfriend and even she knew it. She said it's the name of a little truck that goes around town selling baked goods. She told me there's a long line every time you stop at her office. She was telling me about how great the bread is and how if you don't put in your order right away, the bread always sells out.
Well, I'm so happy that you've met one of my loyal customers. It's nice to hear feedback since we're normally so busy we never have time for small talk. Although it's good to know she thinks so high of us.
But then, what does that mean is true? You're really some famous baker? I had no idea you were so well known.
Well, your girlfriend certainly seems to be a fan, so I guess if you take her word for it, it must be true. By the way, I heard from Mom that you're thinking of marrying this girl. She sounds like a real keeper to me.
Of course she's a keeper. I was going to propose to her sometime this year. Or rather, I was going to. But now it feels like she's trying to avoid me.
Oh no. Do you have any idea why she would be doing something like that?
Well, I do. It's because it's all your fault. She only told us how big a fan she was of your bread after we spent the whole evening telling her how horrible you are. For some reason, my girlfriend took it upon herself to defend you.
You mean that someone who didn't even know me stood up to defend me?
And when she found out that your wedding was going on at the same time, she freaked out on me. She asked me what kind of brother I was to be missing your wedding, and that there was no way she could be with a guy like me. She got so mad that she grabbed all of her things and stormed out of the restaurant that we were all in. She was going on about how she had no idea I was that kind of guy, and then told me that she never wanted to hear from me again. I tried calling her a little after that, but she wouldn't pick up her phone.
And you're really going to try and put that on me? Sounds to me like you got exactly what you deserved. I'm surprised it took her this long to figure out the kind of person you are, honestly.
Wait, what? You can't honestly mean that this is all my fault, right? Of course it's your fault. Well, that's why you gotta help me. Please. She's the daughter of my supervisor.
And why do you think that should make me care?
Because I know that if she doesn't like me, then she can turn my supervisor against me and make my work life much more stressful.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do about it when the reason she broke up with you is because of all the horrible things you were saying.
Come on, you can't really mean that. You know that Mom and I talk bad about you all the time.
That's exactly what I mean, but I want nothing to do with any of this. But just to make things worse for you, I'm going to stop sending my truck to your office. Lori, are you there? I just wanted to say how sorry I am for yesterday. It really is true that I just had to meet Francis's girlfriend yesterday, but we really were just crushed to have to miss your wedding. Of course, you know that we would have loved to be there. What are you going on about now, Mom? I just mean that I can't believe that my little girl has really gotten married. I'm so proud of you. I just wanted to let you know that. Mom, where is this coming from all of a sudden? Do you think I'm going to buy this change of heart? Well, I just had no idea that your business was really that successful. I did a little looking around and you're huge, actually. I mean, I hear that you sell out of all your products every day and that you have fans of yours all over the city. How could I have been so foolish as to not realize this? And just what does that have to do with anything else, huh? Well, then I got to thinking, if you're making that many sales, but your overhead isn't actually that much, then certainly you must be making a ton of money. I was thinking that maybe you could teach me some of your recipes so that I could get some of that money. Mom, give me a break. I am not going to be giving you my recipes because you want to make money. How can you be so cruel to your own mother? I have some goods of my own that you could sell at your store. I'll just need my cut of the dough, so to speak. So you're really also baking now? Well, once I found out how much money there was to be made in doing it, I just knew that I had to get in on it. I'm sure that my baked goods would be a hit at your store, so please, just give them a chance. I actually left a plate of them on your store the other day. Did anyone try them? Oh, that. I got a call from an employee about that. I told him that it was a health hazard to leave food out like that and to throw them all away. Wait, what? You threw my cookies out just like that without even trying them? Mom, you left a plate of uncovered food in a restaurant. What if someone ate one and did get sick? That's a huge liability for us. Anyways, I've already made it clear to you that I want you to stay away from me, and that me, my husband, my business, and anything else you can think of. Got it? After that, my mom heard from my relatives all about what an amazing wedding I actually had. My mom and Francis clearly had no idea that it was going to be catered by a famous chef. Not only that, but we hired a famous DJ as well, and the whole wedding was more like one giant festival. Everyone who was there had an amazing time. As for Francis, I heard that he could never keep a girl for more than a few months before driving them away. After his last girlfriend, his supervisor started coming down on him hard. The rest of the office did too, when it slipped that he was the reason they weren't being visited by my bakery truck anymore. He couldn't stand the pressure and the rumors, and he finally quit his job. I have no idea where he or my mom are now, and frankly, I don't care. My business is running smoothly, my marriage is going well, and for the first time, I finally feel like I am doing enough in my life.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Okay, I have been dying to hear all about your vacation, so you had better tell me all the juicy details. I want to know what you did, where you did it, when you did it, and most importantly of all, did he finally propose to you? Hurry up and text me back. I'm dying over here. Well, wait no more. Yes, he proposed, and I can't wait to show you my ring. It's positively gorgeous. We went out to dinner at the fantastic restaurant. They had some of the best Italian food I'd ever eaten. Then we took a little walk through the park, went back to our hotel room, and when I got out of the bathroom, there he was, down on one knee. Oh my God! That is like the most romantic thing I've ever heard. He proposed to you during a vacation he took you on for the 5th anniversary of your first date. Not only that, he took you to a super nice hotel. I'm so jealous of you, Ashley. I would kill to have a man propose to me like that. Rihanna, I can't even begin to describe how incredible the whole day was. It was the happiest day of my life. I don't know how I'll ever be able to top this. I guess that boyfriend, fiance of yours is gonna have his work cut out for him then if he wants to keep you happy. All right, next order of business. Tell me about the ring. How big is it? Where did he buy it from? Was it something simple, like from Tiffany's or maybe Cartier? Oh, did he maybe go for a Harry Winston ring? I've been looking through their catalog lately. They have some incredible new models this season. Whoa, slow down there, Rihanna. Harry Winston, that's a bit too much for normal people like us. He just got me something simple from a local jewelry store. I don't even know what the name of the brand is. Aw, really? Oh, what a letdown. I mean, this is your engagement ring we're talking about. He's asking you to be his for the rest of your life, and he didn't even get you a decent engagement ring? Well, it may not be from some fancy brand, but I think it's absolutely perfect. Justin picked out the design himself and even had a few special customizations done to it. He's been meeting with the jeweler for a few months now to talk about the ring, picking out the model for the band, the size of the stones, all that stuff. I'm so happy to receive something that he put so much work into. It really means so much to me. Wait, are you joking right now? Back up for a second. Did you say that Justin designed the ring, like, by himself? In other words, he gave you a ring designed by an amateur? And he didn't even hire a consultant from a half-decent firm to help him make a half-decent design? Oh my God, Ashley. How can you be happy to get a piece of junk like that? I wouldn't really call it a piece of junk. It's my engagement ring. Good grief. I had no idea your boyfriend had such awful taste. What a complete loser. Like, seriously, what's his problem? Where did you find that guy anyway? What kind of idiot thinks it's a good idea to give the woman he wants to marry some kind of homemade piece of trash excuse for an engagement ring? Rihanna! Hey, now that's going way too far. You can't talk about my fiancé like that. You have no idea how hard he worked for this. Not just on the design, he saved up money for a long time to be able to buy this for me. Listen, Ashley, it's clear you don't know, so let me explain to you how this is supposed to work. The rule for engagement rings is very, very simple. When you propose, you give the girl a ring that's worth 3 months of your salary at least. Anything less is just insulting. Frankly, I would turn any man down who spent less than 3 years worth of his salary on my wedding ring. 3 years? Are you serious? Yeah, that's what men are supposed to do when they propose. They have to show her how committed they are to supporting her. I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with this guy, right? He can do a measly 3 years of work for me in return, and if he can't, what good is he? Why even keep him around? Honestly, Ashley, hearing what you just said about your ring makes me really, really concerned about your future with Justin. I just don't think he cares enough about you. Wait, you turned him down, didn't you? Oh God, don't tell me you actually said yes. No, of course I said yes. What else was I gonna say? The way he looked at me when he said the words, Ashley, will you marry me? I just can't get the image out of my head. I could tell by the look in his eyes how much he cared about me. No, Ashley, what were you thinking? You must be out of your mind. You actually said yes? What am I gonna do with you, sweetie? Any man who would slap some metal and rocks together and call it a day would never deserve you. If he really cared for you, he would have bought you a decent ring. You have to call him up right now and tell him you changed your mind. If you actually go through with marrying him, your life will be over. You'll be stuck with him. There's no one on earth I'd rather be stuck with than Justin. He's wonderful. We might have some difficulties ahead of us in our future, but I'm sure that if we just stay together, we'll be able to get through anything. Girly. Did you have a little too much to drink on the airplane? Are you listening to yourself right now? I'm your best friend, Ashley. There's no one in the world who knows you as well as I do. And as your best friend, I am telling you that you're never gonna be happy if you get married to that broke loser Justin. Like, what is his job anyway? Is he just some average middle manager type? Well, I guess you could say that's true right now, but he has big plans for the future. Oh, I have no doubt. He has a super big dream of hitting it big after working his way up the corporate ladder. But that's all it's ever gonna be, Ashley, a dream that never comes true. If he doesn't even have the ambition to buy you a respectable engagement ring, there's no way he has the kind of ambition he'll need to have in order to work his way up through the ranks. Tell you what, baby girl, I've got some good connections. I can hook you up with a handsome guy making 10 times as much as your broke loser boyfriend does. You can marry him and live like a princess. So go right now, call your boyfriend, tell him you changed your mind, throw his plastic ring into the trash, and come by my house, okay? I'm not going to tell you again, Rihanna. Do not talk about my fiancé like that. What is it with you and money? I'm not getting married to his bank account. I'm getting married to him as a man. I love Justin, and I will always love Justin. Even if he went completely bankrupt tomorrow, I would still marry him. So please, Rihanna, I don't want to damage our friendship. Please don't talk about Justin like that anymore, okay? I don't believe you, Ashley. You're gonna ignore the earnest advice of your best friend? You're gonna choose a broke loser guy over me? All I'm telling you is the truth. It's not my fault that reality is painful for you. You've got some nerve to brush me off like this after all we've been through together. Look, Rihanna, I understand getting married is a very big moment, and you're naturally concerned about whether or not I'm making the right choice. But I'm telling you, I know that I made the right choice. I know that Justin is the right man for me. You need to respect my choice, Rihanna. If you keep talking about my fiancé like that, then I don't think this friendship is going to work out anymore. You have got to be kidding me. You're really going to go through with marrying that scumbag? If that's what you want, then fine. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. Throw your life away. I don't care anymore. Enjoy your life in subsidized housing with your precious little Justin, Ashley. Goodbye. Rihanna, where are you right now? I asked the venue staff and they said that you hadn't arrived yet. The wedding's gonna start really soon. Are you stuck in traffic? If you need just a few more minutes, I can probably delay the start of the ceremony a little bit. Huh? Oh, your wedding. Right. Sorry, I kinda overslept today and never had a chance to shoot you a message. You overslept? Well, I guess that's not so much of a surprise considering it's you. All right, well, if you're just getting up now, then you're probably not gonna be here in time for the wedding then. Well, I'll go and talk to the coordinator about whether or not we can delay the service for just a little bit. Maybe we can have them change around the order of events to make sure you don't miss any of the important parts. Don't worry, though. We're not mad at you or anything. We're really excited for you to come. Yeah. Nah, that's cool. You don't have to wait up for me. I'm not coming. So, you can give my food to someone else, or you can just take it home in a doggy bag to save money. Rihanna, what are you saying? What's going on? Wasn't I clear? It's just like I said, I am not coming to your wedding. I have no interest in seeing you two tie the knot. Got it? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to bed now. Rihanna, wait! I don't understand. You're not gonna come to my wedding? But, Rihanna, you're my best friend. You were supposed to give one of the speeches at the reception. Why aren't you coming? You owe me an explanation for this, Rihanna. Speech? Oh, yeah. Now that I think about it, you did ask me to do that, didn't you? Well, you're gonna have to find someone else to do it because I don't have a speech prepared and I'm not even your best friend anymore. So, yeah, get one of your other friends to do it. I'll pass. What do you mean we're not best friends anymore? We've been together since we were in elementary school. We went to the same middle and high school too. Even after we went to college and graduated, we still see each other all the time. I always thought we were going to be best friends forever. Yeah, well, you thought wrong. I don't ever want to be your friend again. I'm kind of embarrassed I was ever your friend to begin with. I guess I just grew tired of hanging around with a poor girl like you. What? Don't get me wrong, I am sad about losing you, Ashley. Most people get kind of overwhelmed when they figure out how rich my parents are and stop hanging out with me, but you were never bothered by it. Like, for real, you're just about the only real friend I ever had. I don't know, all the other girls in our class always felt like they were from another universe, but you and I always seemed to get along for some reason. But if that's true, then why aren't you coming to my wedding? Why don't you want to be my friend anymore? I felt the same way as you did. You and I always had a certain special sort of connection. I didn't care that your family was rich. Actually, I always thought it was fascinating to see the differences in lifestyle, values, and all that stuff between your family and mine. You're the best friend I've ever had, Rihanna. Uh-huh, is that right? Well, then maybe you should have listened to my advice and broken up with that broke loser Justin. The fact that we're not friends anymore is 100% your fault. It's my fault. Not only did I do you the favor of warning you of what a terrible choice you were about to make, I even offered to help you find a real man who would be able to support you like you deserve. But you ignored all my pleas and went forward with your death wish of a marriage. Is that why you're canceling on me last minute? It's just because you don't think Justin is good enough for me? Who I marry is my choice, Rihanna, not yours. I thought you would respect that. How could I respect something that's not respectable? Besides, you know me better than anyone else. You should have seen this coming from a mile away. I never thought you'd do something like this, though. And, I mean, isn't this the guy that basically gave you a plastic ring from a Cracker Jack box? If he has that poor taste in jewelry, then how could he possibly plan a wedding that's worth my time? I'm not interested in going to some simple wedding full of middle-class people. It's beneath me. So like I said, I'm not coming today, and don't wait up for me. Well, I guess you really don't like Justin, do you? Let me ask you a question, though. What if Justin wasn't a broke loser, like you say he is? What if he was rich? As rich as your family? Then would you come to my wedding? Yeah, sure. If he's rich enough to throw a wedding that would look good on my Instagram feed, then sure I'd go. I might have to rethink my opinion of you, too. I'd even consider allowing you to stay my friend. I see. It really is too bad, though, Ashley. I thought better of you than this. Even after being my friend for all of these years, you were so willing to throw it all away. All over some deadbeat guy. I can't believe you had such poor taste in men. I also have my status to consider, you know. If I were seen giving a speech at a wedding like yours, I'd be a laughingstock. All the other people in our gated community would see me as the girl who could only make friends with, well, someone like you. I thought better of you too, Rihanna. I never thought this is how our long friendship would end. But you can have it your way. We're not friends anymore. You don't have to tell me twice. I don't want to spend any more time with a tasteless, classless girl like you. I bet you were looking forward to receiving a good gift from me to pay for the wedding, but you'll just have to take out a loan or something because I'm not coming. That's fine by me. We don't want you or need you to come. Yeah, right. One of these days, you'll come to regret throwing away our friendship because you decided to marry some broke loser. You want to talk about regret? I think you're going to regret not coming to my wedding very, very soon. I also think you're going to regret calling Justin a broke loser, too. It's not a very good idea to insult one of your dad's company's biggest clients. Huh? Goodbye, Rihanna. The wedding's about to start. I'm going to have the happiest day of my life, with or without you. Actually, you know what? I think it'll be a much more pleasant day without a stuck-up jerk like you around. Hold on, just one second, Ashley. Insult one of your dad's clients? Just what is that supposed to mean? Does Justin have some kind of relationship with my dad's company? No time to talk, Rihanna. I gotta go. The wedding is starting. I don't have the time to be chatting with someone who isn't even my friend anymore. Goodbye. Ashley, are you there? Look, I'm on my way to the wedding right now, okay? So keep my seat open, got it? Oh, and I also went by the bank. I'm gonna give you guys a huge present for your wedding. It's gonna blow you away. So please, please let me inside. I was just about to change my dress for the reception. What do you want now? I thought you weren't interested in coming. I take everything back, all of it. I really want to go to your wedding. I'm more excited than I've ever been in my whole life. I have to come to your wedding, literally. My mom and dad are super mad at me. If I don't go to your wedding, who knows what they're gonna do to me? Wow, your parents got that mad at you? I've never seen them upset before. They've always been some of the calmest, kindest people I've ever met. They didn't even get mad at me when I accidentally poked a hole in your sofa back when I was 10. Yeah, well, if you saw the look they gave me, you'd know exactly why I'm so terrified right now. Dad went out of his way to do a video call just to make sure I got the point. First, he texted me and asked why I wasn't there. I told him that I had canceled on you, and that it's because you ignored my warnings and got married to a broke loser. And then he immediately did a video call, and he looked like fire was about to shoot out of his eyes. He told me that if I didn't get over there right now, he'd come straight back home, hog-tie me, and drag me there himself. He threatened to hog-tie you? Wait, he knows how to do that? Seriously, though, I can't imagine your dad being angry enough to bring out a threat like that. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either, but he was dead serious. I've never seen him get this mad before. Neither him nor my mom have ever gotten angry at me for anything I've ever done. Well, it was the wedding of the son of one of their biggest clients. Canceling on something like that at the last minute? That's a big no-no in the business world. Plus, your reason for flaking out was, well, in a word, ridiculous. I guess it's hard to see how your dad wouldn't get angry in that situation. I never knew that Justin really did have a major connection to my dad's company. Plus, apparently my mom and his mom have been friends since they were in grade school. So I have to deal with a lecture from both my dad and my mom now. Oh, this is the worst. Wow, really? I never knew that. So Justin's mom knew your mom? Oh, crazy. What a small world. And you've been hiding things from me too, haven't you? You told me Justin was just some ordinary middle manager type. You never told me who he really was, or more importantly, who his dad really was. How could you keep all that information from me? You lied to me. Lie? Oh, that's nonsense. I never lied to you. I told you he's an ordinary middle manager type now, because he is an ordinary middle manager type now. That wasn't a lie. As for him being the son of your dad's client, you never asked, so I never had any reason to bring it up. Don't you think you could have at least mentioned that? Seems like a pretty important detail for me to know. Well, if you're really interested in knowing about him, I can tell you more right now. Justin actually comes from a family similar to yours, with his dad running a major company. That was always kind of a sore point for Justin, though. He didn't want to simply be handed the reins to his dad's company without proving himself first. He wanted to prove to his dad and the world that he was a perfectly capable businessman in his own right. So he did just that. He went to school normally and started life on his own normally without ever throwing his family name or his dad's company name around. That's part of the reason I never talked to you about his family. I wanted to respect his wishes. That doesn't make any sense at all. He didn't want to take advantage of his family's wealth and influence? What is he, some kind of moron? I've been sailing through life on easy mode by taking advantage of my parents. Yeah, Justin and you have very different personalities, I know. Not even most of Justin's best guy friends know the truth about who his parents are. He actually sort of fibbed in his interview for the company he works for right now. They recognized his last name and asked him if his parents were who they thought they were, but all he said was, "That's a pretty common last name, isn't it?" So he climbed through the ranks at the company like any other person would. He finally did what he sought out to do. He proved that he could make it on his own. And, well, he's actually going to make this announcement later on tonight, but pretty soon he's going to officially take over running the company for his dad. What? You mean he's going to be running the company his dad runs? The one that's a major client of my dad's company? But that means that Justin is going to be my dad's client soon. Yep, and you called him a broke loser. Canceled on his wedding at the last second and flaked out on giving a speech at the reception. He's very displeased with you, Rihanna. He actually told me I should be glad you did me the favor of ending our friendship for me. Oh no, this is bad. Very bad. If my dad loses a major client because of me, and that causes financial damage to his company, then he's going to be very, very, very unhappy with me. Yeah, I'll bet. Not that it's any of my concern anymore. What? You said it yourself, Rihanna. Our friendship is over. Isn't that right? Well, Goodbye then. I've got to finish getting changed so I can go back to the reception. And just for the record, we don't have a seat for you, and even if you show up, the security guards have been given strict orders not to allow you in. So don't waste your time coming down here. This is all your fault, Ashley. Thanks to you, my parents are kicking me out of the house. What am I supposed to do now, huh? How am I supposed to live from now on? What? They kicked you out of the house? Oh, yikes. Wow, your parents must have been even angrier at you than I thought. It's all because you wouldn't let me into your wedding. I texted you over and over again and again, but you never even read my messages. And when I tried to sneak in through the back door, the security guards stopped me and threw me back out. And when I tried to shake them off and force my way in, they called the police on me. Good grief, I had no idea you were making that much mischief. I was so busy talking to people at the reception, I didn't even have time to look at my phone. They took me to the police station and wouldn't let me go until my parents came to pick me up. They told me they were ashamed to be my parents, that I had humiliated our family at a public event, and once we got back to the house, they told me right away that they were kicking me out. All they let me take with me was one single bag of clothes and other essentials. They even confiscated my dad's credit card. Uh-oh. You did all your shopping with your credit card. What are you going to do without them? Thinking back, I don't believe I've ever seen you pay with cash for anything as long as I've known you. I don't even know what a dollar bill looks like. I've never had to use cash for anything before. Whenever I wanted to buy something, all I had to do was whip out my dad's credit card. The card was the only thing I'd ever put in my wallet. Yeah, without it, you're kind of up a creek without a paddle. And now that's gone, huh? Well, what are you gonna do now, Rihanna? Any plans? Plans? You think I have a plan? I've never even had to plan anything before, much less my entire lifestyle. All I have with me is $10,000 in cash that they gave me when they kicked me out. They were very clear that they're never going to give me any financial help ever again. The last thing Dad said to me was, I have no need for a daughter who's willing to destroy my company over her overinflated ego. Then a few minutes later, my mom texted me saying to never come home again and that they were blocking my number. Holy moly, they were really angry, huh? Ashley, I'm begging you, let me stay with you at your place. Seriously? There's no one else I can turn to. I don't have any other friends, you know that. The only people I know are my dad's business associates, and I know for a fact that my dad's gonna make sure they don't help me out at all. So you're my only help, Ashley. Please, you have to help me out. I have to? Why is that? We're not friends anymore. Please, I'm desperate. All I need is a place to stay until my dad forgives me. Well, okay, that'll take a while. So how about just a week? I'll apologize to Justin for what I said. I won't be a burden on you guys at all. You don't even have to put out a mattress for me. I can sleep on the floor. So please, can I stay with you just for a little while?
Even in the incredibly unlikely event that Ashley does forgive you, you'll receive no such mercy from me. I would never allow someone who has spoken as ill of me as you have to live under the same roof as my family.
Huh? Ashley, is that you?
No, it's not. I don't suppose we've met before. This is Justin, Ashley's husband. I've heard a lot about you from Ashley over the years. It seems like the two of you were quite good friends from the time you were both young. That all came to an abrupt end yesterday, though, I'm informed.
Hi, Justin. Look, I am really, really sorry. I can't believe how foolish I was, talking so nastily about someone I'd never met. I said some really, really terrible things about you, and I really regret all of it. Like, you know, calling you a broke loser and stuff.
I understand you were quite displeased with the ring that I designed for Ashley as well. And you also tried your hardest to convince her to refuse my marriage proposal, is that right?
Well, yeah.
I see. Well, I suppose we each have our own tastes and preferences. We don't have to all like the same things, and the same thing goes for people. So you're free to feel however you want about me, my family, and the engagement ring I gave my wife.
Does that mean you forgive me?
Not on your life, really. I can't believe you have the gall to even ask for forgiveness from me after what you did.
But
You hurt Ashley, the woman I love and will spend the rest of my life with, in the worst way possible. You betrayed her trust. Ashley has been looking forward to her wedding day since the day I proposed to her. She was so excited about sharing the celebration of our love with her family and friends. She wanted you to be one of the stars of the show that day. You, her best friend in the world. And what did you do? You canceled on her at the last minute. How could I ever forgive you for that? You crushed the priceless bonds of friendship that the two of you have built up all these years. And for that, I will never allow you to speak to my wife again.
Hey, who do you think you are? You have no right to come between Ashley and me. This doesn't concern you. I'm sure that Ashley will forgive me. We'll go back to the way things were before.
After everything you did, you tried to get her to break up with me.
But she didn't, right?
In spite of your efforts, yes. But to your point, don't count on Ashley forgiving you anytime soon.
What?
It looks like your demand to let you live with us was the straw that broke the camel's back. She was about to block your number when I came along. If I hadn't taken her phone when I did, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
She was going to block me? That's awful. How could she do that to me?
It's only a temporary reprieve. I just wanted to give you one final message before she blocks you. I'll be taking over my father's company soon, and I wanted to make sure you know that I have a firm rule to not mix personal matters with business matters. My company's dealings with your father's company won't be affected by your actions yesterday. I'll be telling the same thing to your father personally as well.
Really? Then, if my dad's company is gonna be fine, he might let me move back in.
I can't say anything to that point. You'll have to ask your father. I'm giving Ashley back her phone now. I imagine that she'll block you as soon as I do. So wherever your path in life takes you from now on, I hope you'll remember well the lesson you learned today about loyalty and friendship.
Just like Justin said, I blocked Rihanna's number immediately. I went around and told all our mutual friends that we were no longer on speaking terms, as well as the events that led up to that. I doubt any of them will have much to do with her from now on. From what I hear, Rihanna rushed back home right after that and told her dad that since his company was going to be fine, he had no reason to kick her out anymore. She said that she regretted deeply everything that she had done and that she'd never do anything of the sort again. However, her father responded by telling her that she was banned from the premises, and if she ever came back, she'd be arrested for trespassing. After that, the intercom went silent and it was all over. Rihanna was sure that her dad would forgive her, so that was a huge shock. She just collapsed right there on the spot and started crying her eyes out. Now, her parents were generous enough to give her $10,000 to get her new life started, but Rihanna had never had a job before, so working for a living was yet another massive shock to her system. The last I heard, she was working part-time at a supermarket. Long gone are her days of Tiffany's jewelry and Gucci purses. She'll have to get used to blue jeans and t-shirts from now on.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey there, sis. Congrats! I heard that you were finally going to be getting married. Not only that, but I heard that the guy you're marrying is super rich too, right? So tell me, how does it feel knowing you're about to score it big and never have to worry about money again?
Hey there, Tina. I'm really glad that you want to congratulate me, but I actually don't have a lot of time to talk right now. In fact, the wedding is going to be starting soon, so I'm just really busy.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me you're busy getting ready for the wedding? What could you possibly be doing? Don't tell me that you're all trying to figure out where the groom is.
Hold on a second. How did you know that we didn't know where Tyler is? We haven't told this to anyone yet.
Is that right? Well, I am just so sorry to interrupt you while you're looking for him, Sally. But I can tell you where Tyler is because he's right here next to me. In fact, we've been together since last night, if you really want to know.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Come on, surely you had to have noticed that he hasn't talked to you since last night, right? The reason for that is because he's been here with me the whole time. And you thought that you two were actually going to be getting married today? I guess that's why you still haven't told anyone that your fiancé has gone missing yet. Is that right? Although I suppose I would desperately be searching just like you are if someone as rich as Tyler weren't there on time for his wedding to you.
Now hold on just 1 second, Tina. What do you mean you and Tyler have been with each other since last night? What are you saying? Tyler and I are literally supposed to be getting married soon.
Oh, come on. Are you going to make me come out and say it? Then again, I guess maybe you just haven't noticed that we've been dating in secret behind your back. Not only that, but we're actually going to be the ones getting married today. And that's why I won't be making it over to your wedding today either. I know it's hard to hear, but Tyler is all mine and you can't have him back.
What are you even talking about, Tina? Do you really mean to tell me that you two have been having a secret affair?
But I want you to know that I realize how bad our affair with each other was, and I realize that nobody is going to be happy about us being together. But the truth is that I really truly love this man, and I don't care if anyone tries to get upset about it. It isn't going to change the fact that we love each other.
I can't believe what I'm reading right now. Are you really telling me that you and Tyler love each other?
That's right, and we're going to be getting married in a quiet little chapel. We won't be surrounded by our family and friends, and it won't be a huge celebration. But none of that matters because we have love, and that's all we need. But as for you, I would start telling the people over there that your wedding just isn't going to happen. You can also tell them that the reason why is because I'm marrying Tyler instead.
This has got to be some kind of joke or something. I want you two to get over here right away. If you two are really in love and want to marry each other, then I guess I can't stop you two. But you're gonna come over here and explain to everyone why my wedding won't be happening.
Tempting, but I think it would be more appropriate for the one getting dumped to have to explain to her wedding party why she isn't getting married. Besides, we're busy setting up for our own wedding over here. So I think that I'll just have to ask you to do all of the explaining over there. Thanks for understanding.
Are you kidding me? How could you do this to me?
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Besides, I already said that I'm sorry for doing this on the day that you were supposed to be getting married, but we want to marry each other and that's that. There's just nothing else to be done or said about it. Anyway, we're going to go get married now, so have a nice life or whatever. Sally, are you there? I hope that you can accept my most serious apologies for my idiot son. I can't believe that he would actually do what he did on the day you two were supposed to be getting married.
Oh, hello, Norma. I really am so sorry about all of this, too. I had no idea that him and my sister were seeing each other. I have no idea how long they were even together. I feel like such an idiot.
Oh dear, you don't have anything to apologize for, and you certainly didn't do anything wrong. Do you understand me? The only two responsible for this mess are my son and your sister. But especially Tyler. I can't believe that he would have been such an idiot. So please, you don't have to apologize for anything.
Thank you so much for saying that, Norma. That really means a lot. But I still haven't been able to get in contact with either of them since yesterday. And now I really don't know what to do about the marriage or even my whole life. I still can't believe those two eloped.
Well, there's actually something you might want to know about your Tina and Tyler. You see, they actually came to my house last night.
You're kidding me. You mean even after what they did, they went to your house?
That's right. And here I thought that they were going to confess to everything after what happened, but they just walked through the door like it was nothing. And then Tyler walked up gestured to your sister and said that she was his wife now, and that we should get along.
I don't believe it. Did he really do that? Doesn't he realize just how many people he let down doing what he did? I can't believe that those two think they're gonna get away with this.
I know, it really is just shameful. I mean, do they expect me to be happy about this? Tyler told his father and I that we should just be grateful that he's getting married.
Wow. Well, I really just have no idea what's going on in his head if he thinks he can do that.
I suppose we really only have ourselves to blame. After all, Tyler's father and I spoiled him quite a bit when he was younger. And I suppose before we knew it, he just grew up with a grasp of how the real world works. But even so, I didn't think that he'd be stupid enough to go and do something like this. And you should have seen his father. He just about fainted when Tyler came home with your sister.
I don't even know what to say. I'm so sorry. What's going to happen now?
Well, those two are still at my house right now. In fact, although I know this might come as a shock, I think it's a good thing that they've come to live with me. Because now it means that we're in a spot where we can make sure they understand the consequences of their actions.
Well, I am glad that you don't want to just let this go either. I've actually been trying to decide if I want to sue them for their affair. But since they've come back and are living at your house, maybe I should.
I think that you absolutely should take them to court for what they did, and I'll make sure that they stay put and don't try to run away. I know it's not enough to heal your heart, but you should make them pay for what they've done.
Well, I'm just really glad that we're on the same page with all of this. Thank you so much, Norma.
Guess what, Sally? Tyler and I went to the courthouse and we signed all of our marriage certificates. It's official. He's now my husband.
So then that's it. You two are officially married on paper and by the church then? I have to say, you really did steal my fiancé from me, didn't you?
Well, it certainly does help that Tyler was so eager to get it done quickly as well. But don't you have anything to say to me? Maybe a congratulations or something? After all, you do realize that now that I'm the one with Tyler, it means that I'm the one with access to all of his money. So you better remember your place from here on out.
Do you really think I'm going to congratulate you for what you did? You literally just had an affair. In fact, I don't think you two realize that your actions are going to have serious consequences.
Oh yeah, I'm so sure that the real world is going to come down hard on a couple who married for love. Or is this your way of saying that you're going to try suing us for the affair? Because I'll have you know that Tyler is actually prepared to pay whatever it is that we end up getting charged, so you can do your worst.
Tyler really said that he was going to pay? I would really like to see him try.
You mean you don't think that he'll be able to? You know how high up in his company he is, right? He's loaded. He can pay you no problem. And if he can't, then we just ask his parents for help. It's all so simple. I don't care how much you want. You'll never take us down.
You mean you really think that Tyler's parents are going to support you?
You really don't know anything, do you? In fact, Tyler's parents are so happy that he ended up with me and not you.
And just how do you figure that?
Well, because I'm so much cuter than you, of course. And it's clear that Tyler's parents would want me as a daughter-in-law instead of a fat, ugly pig like you. Are you forgetting that I'm a literal beauty queen? Remember when I won that pageant when I was little? Well, I'll tell you now that I could win a second one like it was nothing. And when we got back to Tyler's parents' place, they both congratulated us on our marriage.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that Tyler's parents will approve of your marriage because you won a child's beauty pageant? Do you even have a job right now?
You really just don't understand at all, do you? Then again, ugly people like you seldom do understand what it means to be this pretty. But more than anything, you're clearly just jealous that I'll be getting all of Tyler's money now. It's too bad. You were so close to marrying him, too.
I'm actually glad that this happened. I'm glad that I learned just what kind of man Tyler is before we got married. Now you've saved me the trouble of having to go through a divorce.
Yeah, that is what someone who realizes they've lost would say. I know that in your heart you're still in love with him. But unfortunately for you, you are never ever going to get back together with him. He chose me over you, and that's that. But it only makes sense after all. What's a rich man without a beautiful woman like me on his arm? He'd be making a huge mistake to marry someone like you. All you do is work, 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 and you never have any time to have any fun at all.
I'll have you know that Tyler said he admired how dedicated I was to my job. In fact, the whole reason we got to know each other was by working on a project together. And when we were finally done with the project at work, that's when he proposed to me. I really did think that we were going to be happy and spend the rest of our lives together then.
Oh, I see. You know, I don't think I ever knew that you two actually worked at the same company before. But I suppose that means you also worked for his parents. But that just makes this make even more sense. I mean, obviously, you're not going to meet someone cute at work. I suppose what he saw in you was just a way to get ahead in the office.
Literally, what are you even talking about? You are delusional. Do you know that?
Say what you'd like, but we both know that I've been the cuter one between the two of us, and that's why Tyler left you for me. He told me at that moment he laid eyes on me. He fell deeply in love. And so it doesn't matter how good you were at your job, you still lost to my looks.
Give me a freaking break, Tina. Are you really gonna try to look down on me when you two were the ones having an affair?
Of course I am, and I have to say that it is just too funny watching you get upset over realizing what a loser you really are. But that just gives me all the more reason to look down on you. A fat, ugly woman like you never even had a chance against someone perfect like me. And now I'm going to live in the lap of luxury and never have to worry about working again.
You really don't know anything, do you? What lap of luxury? You think you won't have to work? The only thing awaiting the both of you is a poor life full of hard work. Not only does Tyler not have a job, but he barely even has a penny to his name. So I have no idea where this fantasy of yours even came from. But enjoy facing reality when it all comes crashing down on you.
What in the world are you talking about? You really have no idea about anything at all, do you? Do you really think that he's unemployed and broke? I just married the CFO of a huge company. Don't you know what that means?
That's right. You married someone who works high up in his own father's company. But if you take away the support that he gets from his parents, then what is Tyler really left with?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that Tyler's parents are disowning and disinheriting him. They're going to take his name off of the family credit card, too.
Wait, hold on. I don't understand. What do you mean they're going to take the family credit card? You're joking, right?
If you don't believe me, why don't you go and ask Tyler yourself? Or you can go and ask your in-laws. I'm sure they'll tell you the truth. You made a big mistake by going to live with his parents, though.
You even know where Tyler and I are? What is going on here?
If you really want to know, it was Norma who told me where you two were hiding out all this time.
I don't get it. Why would she do something like that? Tyler literally asked her not to say anything to you.
Oh, did he now?
That's right. And it's not just that. Norma and her husband literally told us, congratulations on getting married. They said that we made a great couple. Why would they do this to Tyler? He just got married.
I suppose what they were saying was that you two made a nice couple because you're both as awful as each other.
But you don't think that's what she really meant, do you?
No, it's not all that. Tyler's parents still care for him, and I'm sure they would never try to break up a marriage that he did out of love.
But then, I don't get it. If she approves of me as his wife, then why would his parents do all of this? Why are they cutting him off? I'm going to talk to Norma about this right now. She said that we were allowed to live here. This can't be right at all. I've finally gotten rid of those two, but man, were they putting up a fight until the very end.
I'm sure that wasn't easy on you, Norma, but I think you did really great. It must have been difficult having those two stay under your roof for even that long.
It really, really was. But can you believe that at the very end, your sister told me I was making a mistake to kick out such a cute daughter-in-law? I told her that I was the only cute wife that needed to be in my house, and then my husband roared with laughter, and that basically sent those two out.
Whoa! I would have liked to see that. I think I've barely seen your husband even emote. He's so stoic.
Yes, he does have his moments. Anyways, as for the many forms for the lawsuit, I would like to pay you the money if that's okay. We kept Tyler's bank account information, so I can take it from there later.
Are you sure about that? That would be amazing. I would really be so grateful if you could.
It really is the least that we can do after all of this. Oh, and by the way, my husband wanted you to know that he's willing to undo your letter of resignation. He was quite sad when you submitted it, but understood why, as his son's wife, you would want to retire. But anyways, if you'd like to have your job back, it's there waiting for you.
Wait, really? Are you serious? I was so sad about quitting, but Tyler kept insisting that I do.
Honestly, the whole office was sad when you had to leave, and it's going to be really, really nice if you're able to return.
Oh, wow! This is amazing! Yes, I would love to go back and work for your company.
Of course, you don't have to come back right away. You've been through so much that we're willing to give you some time off for now. But you just tell us when you think that you're ready to come back to us, okay?
Wow, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for everything. But yes, I think you're right, and I do need to rest, just a little.
Well, we'll all be waiting for you to come back with open arms. I can't believe that my idiot son thought to hurt a woman like you. Anyway, I'll let you know when I've sent you the money. Take care of yourself, Sally.
After being fired from his job, Tyler went around to friends and associates begging for anyone to hire him, but his parents had already blacklisted him, and he wasn't going near the industry ever again. Being forced out of his parents' house, Tyler and Tina moved away to a tiny apartment where they tried to scrape by. They ended up having to sell clothes and jewelry just to be able to pay the bills. They both finally gave up on trying to beg his parents for help and ended up finding some work to try and make ends meet and pay back the debt to his parents. Basically, his parents agreed to pay me off for what I would have charged them for the lawsuit for the affair. In exchange, they were not allowed to leave town until they had paid back Tyler's parents. Every last cent. Obviously, this was not the life that my sister thought she would be living. One day, she messaged me, begging to help get her out of the situation. I talked to her for a little bit, but I knew that she was only coming to me because she wanted my help, not because she was truly sorry. In the end, I just blocked not just her number, but Tyler's as well. As for me, I followed Norma's advice and relaxed, trying to take my mind off of all that I had been through. I reached out to my parents and moved in with them for a little. They were happy to have me at home, and it was nice to be reminded of how a family should treat one another. Both of them told me that they had stopped talking to Tina. I felt bad, but at the same time, I knew that she had done this to herself. After I got some rest, I decided to go back into the office and was greeted with warmth by everyone. They even had a special lunch catered to the office just to commemorate my return. I think I can finally say that I have put this episode behind me, and I'm ready to move forward.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.